What is good, my family? 12:09 p.m. Power Hour, February 18th. It's Friday. I'm ready to get out of here. Excuse me. Kind of in shambles today. You could tell if you had a good trading day, if you were patient, followed your rules, got into trades that you understood. And today, it was just a bland day. I did end up getting tiny green slash break even. But if it wasn't for one trade, it would have been a really nice day, and I would have been at my goal. Well, not quite my goal, but it would have been a nice green day. Here are my stats for today. Almost didn't trade today. The market's been really difficult to navigate for me, and I was tired as shit, and I just felt kind of impulsive today from the moment I woke up. And it's not really a good thing to come into the market feeling that way, especially if that's your personality. That's my opinion. But 85% win rate, so kept my win rate good. But I took a couple base hits. I mean, these $6 wins. I was kind of trading against the market. I had the stocks right, but the market wasn't ready, and I got in a little early. Try to predict the bounce instead of confirm. And it didn't really move the way I wanted to, so I cut those. All these stocks I think were good picks, but especially this ABT, it's the market, then the stock, then you choose your instrument of how you want to trade it. And I bought some calls or puts that expire today, so I don't know if you could call those lottos, but it was earlier in the day. And I liked how ABT looked. My entry was just a bit off, and again, the instrument that I used. If I bought some calls that were a little further out, they were more expensive, of course, but I would have been able to take advantage of this move. But since I bought some expiring, the theta ended up being bigger than the delta after a couple of these green candles. And even though the stock kept making lower lows, I was still negative like $200 on it. And it would have had to drop faster and harder for me to get back to break even. So I could have let them expire. I think the max loss on it, since they were so cheap, was like 360. But I'm proud of myself that I cut it, because in this area I was like, fucking idiot. I'm just gonna let it expire worthless. And who knows? I don't know what it would have been worth down here, but I just know it was not going my direction, even though the stock was going where I thought it was supposed to go. So cut it for 180. Really just deleted all the profits from my green trades. I opened the day up 109 from my swing on MO. So I started, after this trade, I was a little bit bummed, and that kind of added to my compulsiveness. I can't lie, I was trying to revenge trade a little bit, and I just wanted to get off pretty much. But I got it back. I'm not going to do that again. I'm always going to buy a week or two out. I'm not messing with this lotto stuff no more, because I had the stock right. It just didn't tank fast enough, I guess. But yeah, so let's get into the market. I'm not going to spend too much time today. It's Friday. You know what I mean? Trying to get out of here. SPY. This was looking like a huge red day, but the market's been rallying this afternoon, and it's kind of pushing it back up. We'll see if it could keep rallying and end green. But I think right now, Pete was saying it looks like a hammer. Does that mean we're not going to test this area down here? No idea. Apparently there's going to be news this weekend. I also forgot it was a 3-day weekend and the market's closed. So, I had some longs that I was thinking of swinging, and then I was like, oh shit. Even if they expire on the 25th, it's only a 4-day week. So just kind of in the blender today. To be frank. But this is SPY. bouncing down, stair stepping down, lower low, lower low. And man, I was getting chopped up not only by the market, but also by the sentiment in the one option chat. I mean, it's I didn't know what to do. I was trying to keep it light and stay on my toes. A lot of people were leaning bearish, and then some people are still taking longs. Like, I just got to shut everything out and kind of figure out my own thesis and stick to my guns, because the red traders are so advanced. They could, make pivots. They trade to their understanding, and I can only trade to the limit of my understanding, if that fucking makes sense. But when you see one red trader say, "Oh, we're gonna break," it looks like we're gonna break down to the low. There's gonna be a selling climax, and then you have some traders going long somehow on ES. I don't know. Those aren't specific examples, but that's just kind of how I felt, reading chat today. And this is what happened. Drift down, and then the market rallied. I got into some longs here, so my timing was right. I felt like this green candle at the low was the kind of price action, that might be mentioned by a pro. Half the bar held, and then we broke the high of this green candle. So I was pretty bullish at this point. Now, how long was it going to last? I don't know. We had this bullish 1OP cross, then bearish cross. Like, I don't know how long the cycle is going to go. But, in the grand scheme of things and how I was feeling today, I guess I managed it well. And at least I had a break-even green day. Because it could have been ugly. I was down, I think, 100 after this, and it fucking wiped out my great swing. But let's get into these trades. MO was cool. I got out right in the morning. And remember yesterday I was talking about taking gains right on the morning pop or letting it run. I took it again on the pop. And then, maybe I left a little bit on the table, but then the rest of the day it drifted off. And it never really got to this area again. So in hindsight, that was a good play to get out of there. So good trade. $100 halfway to my daily goal just to start the day. I almost logged off right after that, just because I was feeling. But this video is getting kind of long. I took that stupid ABT trade. Net. This was a short. I was only in it for 10 minutes. Let's look at the daily really quick. Below all SMAs. Today it was stacking reds. Yesterday was a nice red day. And then I was looking at kind of that trend line. Broke straight through it today. But I knew I didn't want to stay in the trade long. And just look at all the stacked red candles. So I took a quick move, 12.39, got in at this candle, and got out in this candle, or in this candle at the bottom. So quick $50. I'm happy with that pick. Obviously it was weak, and then it rallied with the market afterwards, but that's why I made it a quick trade. That was net, Roblox. This one I think I left money on the table. Here, Roblox, D1 of course, below all SMAs, gap down, putting up red days, market's heavy, feeling like it's a pretty safe short. I got in at 10:29 and got out 10 minutes later, so got in here at the bottom of this candle and got out in this candle. Yes, I left money on the table, but in this market, I got to do it. Just I'm too antsy not to. So maybe that's something that I'm trading in fear. It's just for me easier to trade to the upside, and until I can see it better to the downside, I make them quick, right? AA, nothing really to write home about. This was one of the longs that I took. I really like the daily. And if it was a bullish market, I'd be for sure swinging these. Top right corner of the D1, above all SMAs, clearly uptrending. On the M5, chopping around. And then let's see where SPY found support. So SPY was still pulling back. AA was still grinding up. And then once SPY found support, off to the races. So I was actually in this 1340, so 140. I got in here. And I actually held through this pullback and got out up here for a tiny gain. Unfortunately, I tried to put a sell in for a profit of $40. I didn't get filled, and then the candle started shifting on me. So I just put a quick order in and got out for pretty much break even. But I like the stock. I definitely like the stock. And then KO, this one was still going. I would definitely swing this one, but I'm already exposed with two longs that aren't particularly green right now, so don't want to add more exposure over the long weekend. D1 on KO. Break out of this resistance here, putting up a green day above all SMAs. I had these stocks on my list all day, man. I just think taking that loss on ABT really threw me off, and I wasn't trading well. Look at this. SPY found support. If you just took it here after this pullback, obviously this is hindsight, but if you took it here, you would have took, even if you got out before this big one, 62.60, 62.20, so 40 cents, even if you didn't wait till the very top. So good pick on the stocks. Good. I'm getting better at picking stocks. It's just about being focused and waiting for the setup. Harry's been posting, pretty much the setup, and that is exactly what, he posted months ago. And that is, once I start cutting out everything else, trying to be fancy and shit with lottos and, bounces, and it becomes really simple. And that's the kind of days when you have 2 or 3 trades, but you have $250 in profit. And, that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm hoping you guys follow what he's saying and have some success with it. It is kind of boring. It's kind of boring though, because you're just fucking sitting around. But that's what this is. And it's boring trading, but once you get good, you reap the rewards. I'm hoping. Live a life like Pete and Harry. And that's about it, guys. It's Friday. How long has this video been going? It's 13 minutes long. I appreciate you guys for watching. I really do. Oh, let's just add the weekly review into the end of this. We can see how we did. I would have climbed out this hole without that damn Abbott trade, man. This shit really pisses me off. So red week, right under 70%. We want to be at 70%. Fuck, that's disappointing. 28 trades. My losses were just a little bit big. 3 losses. I think overall, I can be happy about the week, considering Monday I started out so shitty. All these losses came from Monday except for ABT. And I really bounced back, tried to grind back. And I think I grinded back pretty successfully, man. I was down 400, 500 on Monday. So can't win them all. Even the pros having red days in this choppy-ass market. So, as a beginner, shit, small loss on a whole week, putting 5 days together and not blowing up accounts. I guess something to be happy about. I still have 2 swings going into the long weekend. We'll see what happens with those. I think it's just the same goals for next week. Got to be patient. Don't overtrade. It's okay to take 2-3 trades in a day, and they're gonna be green because as long as you're waiting for the setup and you have market tailwind and you could pick the stocks correctly, which I'm feeling like I can. it's a high probability play. And then keep the losses small, because these, I can wipe out these losses easily, even this loss easily. But stacking these big losses, then it becomes a little bit harder. Fucking move alert. A little bit harder to climb back from. So that's my day and my week in a nutshell, guys. Again, thank you. This is episode 30. Sheesh, can't believe we made it. I'll be back on Tuesday, ready to go. You guys enjoy this long weekend. Reset. This shit's stressful. Study if you want. And I'll see you next week. See ya.